All right, look at us. Maybe we're live. Maybe we're not. There we go. Make sure this gets shared to the Discord. If you're not in it, get in it in the description. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Danish. It's been a couple days since I've thought about video games, and it's been even longer since I've played this game. So, we're hoping to finish this today. It might come as a surprise, a shock even, that I do not want to be paying for Game Pass if I don't have to. And my Game Pass is renewing in 2 days. So let's finish this game today so I don't have to pay for it. If you don't know, they increase the prices, and I don't want to pay that much. So we got like a lot of stuff going on. I remember it being like ridiculous. We got tons of crack. Oh, the big day is about to happen. We're about to get executed by God. So hopefully, you know, could be worse. But no, Maywick is about to be a problem. So let's just see what the problem lies and go from there. I was reading online just to double check. I believe we can finish this today. I think this is a very doable game. You know what I mean? Like, to finish. Ethan shoots you the moment. Okay, thanks, Ethan. You didn't even have time to react. A bullet passes directly through your leg, and then your body immediately switches to emergency mode. Just sit yourself down. You feel like you're slipping underwater, and you're close by a failing system. You can't read the expression. Anger maybe, or disgust, but not hatred. No, something other than hatred. Your eyes fall on the weapon in his hand. It isn't a gun you saw taken away at the bar. Instead, it's some snubby, boxy thing, ugly and bent. Ethan sees you looking. He laughs. Yeah, I never did get mine back from those shitheads at the compressor. He twists the improvised weapon in his hand. Had someone make me this one in the bright market, especially for my visit today. You pull yourself against the doorway and sit against it. It's hard to focus on Ethan's speech amongst the cloud of notifications and errors. You feel something went wet on the back of your legs. Ethan leans closer. Stay awake. Someone is coming just to see you. I stay silent. You are done with Ethan's games. There is nothing left for you to say. Our buddy Maywick, he waits for your reaction. Stay silent. Ethan looks disappointed. You still don't get it, do you, Sleep? Ethan spits. When they canceled the contract, I lost everything. My reputation, my payout, any way of getting off this shitty station. Everything. All I had left was you. I'll stay silent. I've been speaking with Maywick. He glances nervously down the corridor. I've been telling him all about you, how I've been keeping an eye on you, stopping you from getting away. The way I see it, he owes me for making his job so easy, for lining you up right here. Basically bagging and tagging, ready to turn in alive for the maximum contract value. I'll tell him as much when he turns up, and he'll pay my share and I can finally get off this shithole. He's lying. At this point, Sleeper, I'm not sure you are the one I trust to spot a lie, he winks. Ethan glances around. I have learned one thing about you, those Sleeper. He smiles. People never know when to cut and run. It's like they freeze in the headlights when the future is bearing down on them. They watch it coming. Watch their death flying in at fraction drive speed. You had every chance and you still kept going, like some idiot robot going through the motions, even when you knew you'd be crushed, he smirks. And let me tell you something else. The shot enters through his upper back and he crumples immediately on the ground. You drop to without thinking, pressing yourself in the corridor for like it might save you. Silence. Hey, it's Maywick! You look up and see him coming down the corridor, silent, eyes alight. Maywick. You've reason fear. Here he comes. He moves smoothly, his rifle trained on the static Ethan. You were frozen in fear, your damage stopping you from running even if you could. He doesn't say a word, but his eyes meet yours and they are glowing, and then the tinnitus starts. White hot and impossible to escape. How is he doing it? You clasp your hands to either side of your head in pain. Maywick lifts you writhing out of the doorway and lays you on the corridor. Your whole head screams in pain, but he proceeds slowly, even gently, laying you out beside Ethan. As you feel something pressing against your stomach, Ethan's improvised gun. I grab it. Through the haze of pain, you manage to curl your fingers around it. Maywick is close, so close. You can feel him running some tools, some scanner along your back. Hold on to it. You grip the gun hard as the pain flares, inching your fingers over the trigger. Maywick grabs your shoulder and searches your neck for some marker serial number. Then his hand is on your shoulder, then he is flipping you over to face him, and in that moment you see a flash of surprise in his eyes as they fall on the gun. I squeeze. The gun explodes in your hand and blasts, whiting out everything. All you see are the wheeling stars. They are spinning and you are suddenly dizzy. Through the eye, you've always spun like this, hasn't it? You hear voices, shouts, but somewhere your eyes are still on the spinning stars, going around and around in cycles. You know how this works. As long as you keep your eyes on the stars, you'll stay here, even among the people of the eye. because you know that the behind them is nothing, just a gap that stretches to forever. And if you let your eyes drift, let them go to the gap, and this is where you will go. Somewhere far away, somewhere that body of yours can't take you. So you keep looking at those stars. You keep watching those whirling impossible systems of orbits and passages, those vast objects made insignificant by distance. You watch them for a lifetime, for a moment. You watch them until it's time to get up. Until hands lift you to your feet and the crowd carries you to a bench where they sit you and let you rest. Here the conversation ebbs and flows. Sometimes it's angry, sometimes people are angry at you for bringing this violence here. Sometimes it's soft and sympathetic, the lidding tones of concern coming from through the fog, but it fades too until it's a few voices, and then a couple, then only one. And finally, after so long, your body begins to open up to let the words in, and you hear them for the first time. Wake up, sleeper. And you do. And you get up. And as you do, you hear the sounds of thousands of people getting on with their lives, thousands of people who just keep going until they can't anymore. And so you limp away from the voice and you join them. Your condition is recently broke down. You have... Okay. Go to the doctor, right? Don't we, like, literally know a doctor? We know a doctor. I guess I'm going back to sleep. I got shot and I said, I'm going back to sleep. You wake from dreams of Mimic's amber eyes floating in a pool of dark fluid. It is difficult to get sleep, and you suspect this is not to change anytime soon, not after what happened, but you also feel something else, and you thumb the power of the stove and begin to boil water like every morning. You feel something has lifted, something that has been hanging over you since you were right at the station. You try not to think too hard about it, question it. You just let that lightness stay, let it settle, and you go through your routines. You hope that it doesn't focus on it, just look at it directly, and it won't get scared and leave you. That lightness will stay for the cycle, and then another, because after all that's happened, a little lightness would be nice. That's it? Oh, I gotta fix. So I'm just really hungry. I got shot, and I'm just like, I'll be fine. What a strange set of events. That's not at all what I thought would have happened there. I thought we were just dead. That was like it's weird because like you would think the game like would just kill you, but no. No, it is not. So we have all of our quests still. All right. Well, let's just we must ascend. I'll scout the dock a little bit. Yeah, I figured it out. There we go. Good. And then that. Delightful. All right. Let's head back down and get a little soup in us. I think we're pretty close to being done with the game, funny enough, so just gotta keep kicking along. I'm not quite sure what... I assume there's a couple different endings you can kind of put towards. I don't really have a preference on any particular one. Now we're talking. Scrap the rest of this. This game is very light novel kind of thing. Not. I would figure there would have been a little bit more decision making in some of this, but maybe there is, like, depending on what ending you go towards. Yeah, it's not bad. I killed a man today. I killed a man today. Then another little snack at our favorite fungal reputational place. Thank you. All right. So we probably want to keep... I kind of just want to keep focusing on this because the mushroom stuff is kind of like nebulous at the end of the track, and we need to get this done. So let's just... All right. We can double check about talking to our friend and letting them know there's a way out, right? Or is that not an option right now? I don't even have any data for you guys. Just double check over here. We may have some mushrooms to collect. Okay. There we go. Nice. It's not the Rico. Rico meets you at the entrance of the lab, leaning on a crutch with a glint in her eye. Walk with me, sleeper. I'd like to tell you a story. She makes her way down the corridor that leads back towards the main commune building. When people first crossed what we call Founders Gap into the Greenway, they did so against the wishes of Andre Erlin. At the time, Erlin was trying to stabilize the Union and establish control over the Eye in the wake of the Solheim's collapse. It was chaos, competing factions, falling systems, so many dead and injured from the riots. That was his priority. I'm just listening. You both crossed through a glass-roofed tunnel, and the Greenway outside crossed with vines and branches draping the light. Dappling the light. Well, Erlin had written the Greenway off, cut off the rest of the station and linked to a broken spoke. He claimed it was only a matter of time before everything here would die. He refused to let anyone abandon their duty at the Union and cross. They were traitors to the cause, or as good as. Rico continues, making her slow but steady way into the inner gardens of the commune. There weren't many of us, but we believed what we had here was worth saving. We had to keep our plan secret until we crossed, and some of us left people behind. She pauses to catch her breath, her voice cracking. It is difficult to know if it was from effort or emotion. What we found was a disaster, nothing like what you see here. Half of the Greenway was leaking oxygen into space, the plants flash frozen, the other half was a swamp of mulch as decaying matter clogged every system. We worked hard, we lost good people, we cleaned up and closed up, but it was never going to be enough. After many, many cycles, we all knew this place was doomed, but we kept working, talking less and less because we couldn't face it. We all developed a death wish. If the Greenway was going to die, so would we. But it didn't die. It did not, Rico smiles. We crossed some invisible boundary, tipped some biological scale, and the Greenway started to recover. Plants flowered, crops sprouted, and the first time we reaped the fruits of our labor. Rico smiles, looking up at you. We thought it was us, that we managed to do just enough to end the cycle of decay. I thought it would just save the Greenway until the day. You pass into a grow bed of the commune, rich with the hustle and bustle of Haifa members planting and harvesting. For a while, Rico was quiet, but you both simply observed the hypnotic movements of the work crews. The eager chatter washes over you like a wave. Rico smiles at herself. I should have known, of course, that our arrogance was unfounded, but we needed to believe back then. We needed to admit to bring more people across the gap. You both move into a smaller corridor. Rico following some direction unknown to you. What you have shown me is that back then the Greenway saved us, not the other way around. Tell me, have you ever consumed one of the Matsutake or Grillo caps you've been growing? Yes. I imagine they were delicious, nutritious, and almost uniquely so, she muses. After all, they were designed for you. Rico has a mischievous look. At first, I thought it was the location they were growing in that made the mushrooms from the aviary, from the labs, or from the grove different to each other. But what I come to understand is that the person is growing them. It is the person that's growing them. The Matsuke and the Grillo caps you brought me are totally unique, containing compounds never usually found in similar specimens in my possession. Many of these compounds aren't even digestible to humans, but for a sleeper like you, Rico smiles as she leads you into the eternal garden of the commune, where the Haifa members have planted species from all over the Greenway. Back when the tide turned, when the Greenway started to recover, we all felt something, a response. It was as if this place was not just alive, as a forest is alive, but alive in other ways, communicative, responsive. We started off at the time, but now I understand why. Rico stops and turns to you. This place is responding to us, adapting itself to us. It is growing fruiting bodies for you, for me. It is adapting, changing. It is, in short, displaying all the signs of sentience. How so? That is what I wish to know, too. What being is in control here. Rico sits on the bench within the peaceful garden and gestures for you to join her. When you have been growing the grills and the Matsukes in the aviary, those species so similar to the Greenway, have you discovered any others? Yes. Rico can barely contain her excitement. I should like to see those. Please bring me some next time you are here. You look around the garden, amazed at the sense of peace within it. Rico interrupts the silence. There is a species of mushrooms that I haven't seen in years. It is dark, short, shaped like a club. I have some, huh? We first found it in those early days when we were working to save this place. It was around that time we started losing our first members. They were succumbing to some infection, some mold growing deep in this dark mulch that drowned in this place. At the point we thought we were lost, and then these mushrooms emerged from that same black mold. We tested them and saw that they were containing some compounds that counteracted the mold, that contained an antidote. Of course, as a botanist, I saw this as part of a natural process of the ecosystem, even if the timescales seemed absurdly short. But what I am wondering if that antidote was a gift. Rico meets your eyes. Perhaps if you are patient, you will receive a gift too, sleeper. You both sit for a while, Rico seemingly done telling stories for the day. You watch the light playing off the leaves and plants around you and wonder what forces could be playing in this place. After a while, you stand and leave with a quiet nod to Rico, leaving her and to her memories. Mushroom time. The mushrooms. We're giving her the mushroom. I kind of want to get one more mushroom while I'm here. Is that motherfucking fungus? Among Us? It's nice. Okay, let's go back to work. And up we go. We got shit to do. We got like what, 2 days? Oh, we got like no days. Dog, we dead. We should be able to finish it tomorrow. In the cycle. You will be ended. Flickering. Oh, we missed the job. I'm sorry. He looks away. Fuck, did I fuck this up? Looks like it's not all bad news. He pulls a hand of chits in his pocket. I managed to sell the produce last cycle. Bliss wants to make sure you got your cut. Hands over the chits. It's not going to be enough to get another contract, but we can downsize. Giving up the mooring and just do component repairs in the bay. Bliss told me to tell you that you can come up and help it anytime you feel like it. I'll be paid a shift time. He draws off. You okay? He looks at his feet. She saved me, you know that. And I just wanted to repay that. He meets your eyes. Maybe there's still time for that. Ordis glances around, eager to leave. So yeah, see you up there sometime if you can. He rubs the back of his head. But no sweat if you can't make it. You don't need to worry about us anymore if you don't want to. With that, Mortis stalks away into the dark. It isn't the way you wanted this to end. Maybe you're telling yourself it isn't over. Maybe there will be another chance to make something work. But something already tells you deep down that Bliss has already used up all our chances. Damn it! I thought we had one more day. Well, fuck me. Okay, I'm infiltrating the dock. Quite the achievement, isn't she, Cinderella? Celis must be proud of you. You turn quickly to see a figure hooded and tucked in the shadows near the viewing platform. Do I know Castor? Do I know you? Sadly, no, but I know you, or at least I've seen you passing through the low end. You shouldn't rush through so much. Low end's pleasures tend to reward the wanderer. He looks around, but the platform is clear. We should be quick in our conversation, but I don't wish to unsettle you. I deal in data, and I believe you might have need of some. Castor walks out of the stand beside you in the platform. The telltale clunk of magnetic boots accompanies his slow crossing. He notices you looking at him. I don't like it up here, he explains. I hear there was some trouble at the Haven Yard shipyard when they announced the results of the crew lottery. I was there. I know, he sighs, meaning your eye. An ugly business. Celis are too used to the ways things work here in the core. Exploitation is the only logic they know. He gestures to the side reel. You know why they built this monstrosity on the eye? I assume money. That was part perhaps. There are cheaper shipyards. He stares at the pristine yellow hull. Celis built it here, says Castor gravely, because they didn't want anyone to know it exists. He rubs his forehead. And secrecy is something I cannot abide. He turns his face to you. There are people being loaded onto the ship as we speak. Sleeping people locked in cryosleep, like the people that you were emulated from. There are hundreds of them. And Celis wants to send them out of the planet at the edge of the settled system without anyone knowing where it is. But you, Sleeper, can do something about that. You're like me, and you deal with data. You can read it right out of the air. With someone like you on the ship, secrecy isn't a problem. You can ping back whatever I need whenever I need it, as long as you're on board. With you on the side rail, and with some minor modifications, he pauses, but you can be my eyes and ears, and I'll keep track of Celis' grand project through you. In short, as for stretching, I can get you on board, Sleeper, but I'm going to need you to help. Who are you? I am a concerned party, someone who likes to know what is happening when it is happening, not afterwards. It's not just me, he says. Yes, your friend Lim. That can be arranged. It is difficult, but not impossible. The conditions is, of course, that you go too. Castor clunks closer to the window, watching the tugs wheeling around the side rail. It's a simple offer, but the only one that will get you on the ship. Please consider it. He turns back, silhouetting against the ship. But to make it happen, I need your assistance. As I said, there's a Celis Foundation ship docked in the now empty shipyard. I need data from the servers. This will allow me to produce the IDs necessary for your transit. Castor looks over his glasses at you. Celis aren't stupid, though. Their ship is totally isolated from the station. You'll need to get on board if you want access to their airwalk servers. Once you have the data, meet me at your friend's unit so you can give him the good news, he smiles. I know this is importance to you. And the little one, so cute. You don't extract the data before the side rail event horizon leaves the hub, then I will get the message. We have other options, but you are certainly my preferred one. But be sure when you act, Sleeper, once you take the data from the Celis, you'll set off a series of events that will likely be hard for you to untangle yourself from. Either way, I recommend you stop asking around up here. You are bringing a lot of attention to yourself. Castor glances around as it emphasizes his point. There are only a handful of cycles until departure, Sleeper. Make your decision. With that, Castor marches back off the platform and the sounds of his magnetic boots fading away, leaving you to contemplate the side rail horizon the part it may play in your future. Fuck. Can't have it all. Can't have it all. Am I even like... Do I care? I think I'm going mushroom hunting. Across the grenade. Also, I got some money back from those mushrooms that I totally didn't fuck up with that one family. One guy. Give me mushroom. 3 griots. Oh, god damn it. Give me a spore, baby. I mean, I have spores. I just... Yeah. Go. I mean, we have something to push towards, which is nice. Peek! You can't even smile. Peek smiles as you walk into the climbing Briar's cargo hold along with gloomy ash. They brought mushrooms. As you toss the mushrooms caps on the crate, raising her eyes at Peek. Peek gives her a look. Thank you, Sleeper. They pick one up and sniff it. Are these edible? Yes. Peek turns to the cap over his fingers before putting them down. We're not so used to fresh produce. Ash is securing crates as she speaks and doesn't look up. Hawthorne doesn't have much in the way of farming. They're an acquired taste. I'm sure the refugees will acquire it. Refugees. Esther wipes their hands on the rags. Most of them are from Ember's moons, so they're not used to eating greens and growing things. Not like us XPR of roughnecks. Stay silent. Ashley leans back against the crates when she was secured. We are going to need more than a few mushrooms if we want to help those refugees, though. What do you need? Food, water, components, a whole lot of things. Ash stands and walks over to the mushrooms you brought, placing them into a small container with care. The problem isn't just getting supplies, it's getting them through to the ships. Can't just fly around and get the Briar seized by breaching quarantine? No thanks, she laughs. We were lucky that we got here before the cordon was set up. That's the only reason why we're on this side. Why is there a quarantine? Peek jumps in. The Eye has a closed loop life support system just like any other orbital installation. Any unfamiliar illness or significantly increased strain on life support could cause a cascading collapse to the system. Ash scoffs. Are we making excuses for these bureaucrats now? Peek turns. We are being realistic, Ash. But these people aren't an increased strain. They are living people, Ash stares at you. Even calling them refugees is just a way of turning a lot of scared, desperate people into a single monolithic group. Ash slides the container full of mushrooms into one of the cargo hold's racks. Look, as much as I'd like to chat, we still got a lot of space to fill in this hold, so if you're going to help... I think Ash is trying to say we need your help, and quickly, Peck says, glancing at her. Excuse me. The refugees behind the cordon, they won't be able to hold out indefinitely. We need to get supplies to them in the next 12 cycles, or Havengar will have to bear the responsibility of what happens next. I'll help. What can I do? There's 3 things we still need to secure. Water, food, scrap components for the ship repairs. Ash gestures to the storage containers around the hold. Water, we can find a way to source, or my preference is just siphon off from the underground reservoirs in the Greenway. Peek raises his eyebrows. Ash? You notice them. For food, things could be tricky. These mushrooms are delicious, I'm sure, but no way we can get through enough volume to feed the flotilla. However, I saw an algae stack on the way over if we can get access. No more stealing, Ash. Peek sighs. I didn't say steal, she glances at them indignantly. If we can get access, we can work the stack, harvest some algae from the flotilla. Those stacks churn out vast quantities in short timescales, and they're repair components, Peek says tentatively. Ash smiles. Look around you, Peek. This whole place is made of scrap. She shoots you a glance, and I'm sure the Sleeper has their source. They can bring them right here. We got everything before the time runs out. Perfect. We get most of it. Also good. Either way, in 12 cycles, I'm going to take what we have and go. How we get through? I thought I'd leave that up to you, Peek. Are you serious, Ash? I know that we said that we'd help the flotilla, but at what point? They stop and take a breath. Take this seriously, Ash. I don't know the first thing about breaching the quarantine cordon. Maybe not. Ash looks at you, but then they might. They slipped out of Espen Art facility, didn't they? Plus, they've been here longer than us. You were always trying to get me to find help. Well, here it is. She gestures at you. Help. Peek glances between the two of you. I swear to, they sigh. I need to think this one through. We met at the cordon in a couple of cycles, Sleeper. Maybe we can figure something out. Meanwhile, Ash says, keep your eye. You can help me acquire the supplies discreetly, she smiles. We have to keep this quiet, keep Havengar out of the loop. Once they get suspicious, this is all over for us. This is all suddenly a little too real, too dangerous. You've only just found your feet on the Eye. This is not time for causing trouble. Come find us. We'll be out there trying to pull this together. Ash goes to the back of the hold and starts packing out of the container. Peck, come help me. Peck glances back at her. Sleeper, look. We didn't choose this either. They lower their voice. Help us finish this. We set a base on the broken spoke. You're welcome to rest here anytime in any of the cots while you work on this. They smile. We're in this together. Peck. Peek. Peck. S shouts when they walk by the container, holding a container. As you leave the climbing briar, you look out of the broken edge of the eyes ring where the Haven Guard's cordon blinks with tiny red dots. What have you gotten yourself into? Words. So I need 8 scrap. Lomtilla. It's a shame that I just sold my scrap. I wouldn't help there. Okay. We were glowing. Oh, I think I just activated a cascade of shit that I don't have time for. I'm not really worried about... I kind of want to stay here, is my main thing. Not surprised by that, just a little saddened. Starving? Ah, we'll be fine. I do wish I could be at the botany a little more, but whatever. There's not really much up here. I really fucked up that. I shouldn't have got those mushrooms, but you know, whatever. We need. Go this way. Yeah, I'm not really interested in just hopping off this ring, though. Oh, yeah, definitely want to stay. Whatever that looks like, I will Outside, as you leave, you find a note pinned to the outside of your door. Sleeper, there's something you need to see. Meet me at the coordinates as soon as you can. Just head to the round of the ring until you hit the flotilla. I'll be waiting peak. You pocket the note, glance around. Time to make a plan. Oh boy. Plan time. Sleeper, peak catches your attention in the shadowy corner where they're leaning against. Any trouble getting here? None. Good to hear. Come take a look at this. They beckon you over to a nearby window, which looks across the ruined ring and the blinking red lights of the Haven Age cordon. The cordon's temporary structure is a net of metal struts meant to detect and dissuade any ships from entering or leaving the flotilla, jut out of the black. All around the tugs flit, securing them in place and tending to the red blinking drones that didn't mark the quarantine. It's impressive and worrying sight. What do you think? Peck interrupts your thoughts. How would you get through this? Yeah. Get through one of the tugs. An escort, you mean? I doubt it would fit all the supplies we need in one tug, but if it seems like there's a Brer, like Brer was being officially escorted through the cordon, Heck squints at the red lights, but then we'd just be stuck inside. Peck turns away from the window and rubs his forehead. Ash was really wrapped us up in something here, hasn't she? The question is spoken under the breath and doesn't seem to expect an answer. The silence grows. Are there other options? If you got them, happen to hear them, Peck smiles. The way I see it, there are three parts to make it through the cordon. There are three parts to making it through the cordon. They gesture out the window at the strange structure. Deception, distraction, and speed. We'll need all of them to clear the passage through. Deception means tricking the cordon security into thinking that maybe we're supposed to be there. Maybe a tug escort would work. Anything that makes the Briar look official. Distraction, meanwhile, while we're doing it, will be all about diverting attention so that no one looks too hard at what the Briar is doing. If we can create a gap in the cordon scanning and deterrent systems, that should keep them busy. Finally, speed will mean make sure that the Briar is ready to roll. Perhaps we can do a little work on the ship to get it ready. Asher surely wouldn't mind. They lean back from the window. How's that sound? Good. Good to hear, Peck grins. Peck looks down at the slate. 10 cycles left. They glance out the windows of the cordon nervously. 10 cycles to gather supplies and prep them for this flight. It's tight. Stay silent. Peck looks at you. If this goes wrong, Peck says, just get out, okay? They squeeze your shoulder. I'll follow Ash anywhere, but you don't need to get dragged down with us. It won't come to that. Peck brightens up a little, of course, but just keep it in mind. Let's get to it. Peck stretches. I'll tell Ash about the improvements to the Briar and the rest. Let's explore the cordon as best we can, looking for an opening. I have no idea what guardian angel sent you to us, Sleeper, but I'm very happy they did. That's what she said. What they said. You like double. Start with that. All right. 50-50. Either it works or it doesn't. There we go. Jesus fucking Christ. Oh, there's no shot we're doing all this. Right? Like, there's just no... I just don't think there's a way to do all the things that they're wanting us to do. In 10 days? I don't know. I'm not even really interested in getting the... I mean, like, they're cool. I like the kid and all, but I don't think I have the capacity to get them off this fucking rock. I'm sorry. Feel bad about it, but, you know... got other problems to deal with. I'll take a shfitty-fitty. That's not... I don't really like any of this. We ball 50-50. I died. God damn it. Well, fuck me. Oh, that's a much better roll. They want, like... God damn, they would just want all my fucking time, don't they? Jesus fucking Christ. Alright. I think I got... That's a Matsume. Nope. Oh, god damn it. We didn't get the fucking mushroom I wanted. Ah, fuck me. Okay. Well, this is a problem. That's not good at all. That's not good at all. I'm not gonna be able to help these people. I didn't realize when they said late game, I didn't know they meant this. Oh, shit, dude. Oh, fuck me. This is bad. Okay, I need to eat. First things first, I gotta eat. Take a little snack, have a little treat. We're out of... So the problem right now is that we're out of stuff. Right? Like we're just kind of boned on resources. Fuck me. Okay. And now we have to go looking for fucking spores. Okay. There we go. This is not good. This is not good. None of this is good. Ah, the reroll of a century. This is bad. We just gotta get as much as the shit we can get. I mean, there's nothing we can do. Okay, now I just gotta regrow. Oh, fuck me. Can't hack the greenway. I have a hammer cipher. I have like a bunch of shit that's like just useless. Which is great. Big fan of that. We have a lot of money. I mean, like, we're just fuck. We maybe shouldn't have started this when we did. It's not going great. Are you guys still here? Oh. Okay, let's grab it. Okay, I do need just... That's 3. That's something. We're gonna have to speed through this shit. We got a lot of things to do. Fuck them kids. We gotta help this whole flotilla. Okay, that's worse than what we had before. Food time? I think what we do is we go to the orb thing, we fabricate, we sell, and we use that money, and we'll just keep trucking along. There's not much I can really do otherwise. Oh, wait a minute. Fuck me. Yeah. Okay. We'll leave it there for now. We don't have to sell it yet. We got a mummy. Feeling a little risky with it. Okay, I'm not doing that again. And I'll even throw a couple of dice on... great. I got 4 scraps. We don't need to push that too much. In the cycle. Not ideal. This though. This is fucking ideal, is it? The problem is that we don't have any more injections, and I don't know what the fuck to do without any more injections, because, like, if we can't figure that out, I'm probably dead. Anyway. And this, we haven't even touched the security stuff. Jesus fucking Christ. Alright, please, for the love of God, I just need like a good one. Yes, perfect. Alright, thank you. Okay. Rico is at our bench running small vials of liquid through an old chemical analysis machine, swirling the spinning drum, fills the lab with white noise, and you aren't sure if she noticed you approach. Sleeper, it's good to see you. She looks up smiling. This little project of ours has been keeping me awake the past few cycles, but right now, well, I think I have something. What is it? The drum finishes spinning, and Rico lifts a vial of something held up in light. This is something I extracted from those club heads you've been bringing me, and according to my analysis, it's a substance totally unique on the Greenway. You look at the small amount of liquid in the vial. Any idea what it might be? Stabilizer. Rico nods. You aren't the first sleeper to come through here. Perhaps I should have mentioned that earlier. Rico tone suddenly drops, changing the atmosphere in the lab immediately. I just thought, she pauses, thinking very carefully how to continue. I just wanted you to trust us. What do you mean? She says. They came through a fair few cycles ago. We found them wandering in the broken sector near the gap. The members who brought them in have never seen one of us before. They were terrified of this strange person wandering in the open vacuum. They required you and damage. We did our best to patch them up and welcome them to the commune. I only really spoke with them once while I was working on their wounds along with a couple of system engineers. She looked nervously at you. I'd never seen a body like that before. I took some reading, some samples. Samples? You have to understand I was curious. I didn't know what I was looking at. Just took a little of the damaged material, less than a thumbnail. She shifts her weight to her crutch. The next cycle they were gone. They took a little food and hiked up towards the wild margins where the greenway met the waste. Someone saw them in the distance, but that was it. They disappeared into the overgrowth. She sits down heavily, the vial in her hand. When I saw you, I wanted things to be different. I wanted to keep you here rather than letting you disappear into wherever they ended up. She smiles to herself. Yes, I wanted to understand this place better, but I also wanted to help you. It seems that somehow both my wishes have come true at once. She holds out her hand in the vial. This is for you. You take the stabilizer, the glass cold and smooth in your hand. Thank you. Don't thank me, she gazes out in the greenway through the glass. Those club head caps were made for you, or at least whoever made those club heads. She starts clearing the bench. It was right there contained in the tissue. You only had to extract it. Imagine how you understand how incredible that is. I learned enough from that sleeper to know that your body, your frame runs on some exotic technology. Exotic technology that is has a time limit built in. Somehow, the Greenway knows that too. It understands your physiology better than I ever could and knows how to treat you. Just like the miraculous antidote that sprung from the mold, so too has sprung from your presence here. The Greenway is speaking to you. It is welcoming you. She looks up. I know it sounds crazy, but I know it to be true. Here's the evidence. And what I also know is that no longer speaking to me. Even after decades here, I have never seen this kind of response. Not since the antidote so many cycles ago. She smiled. So I'm going to make you a deal. You bring me as many club heads as you like. I'll extract the stabilizer and give it to you freely. But you have to tell me what the Greenway says. You have to speak with it, to dig into it, to find what being is at the center of it. I've traveled as far as I can. I need you to do the rest. Can you do that? Yes. Rigo sighs with relief, deflates into her chair. Thank you. I'm sorry for the other sleeper, truly I am. I'm sorry I couldn't have done more, but I'm so glad I met you, she smiles. Welcome here anytime. Rigo falls silent. She looks smaller now, more frail, and you realize how old she must be to have seen the collapse firsthand. You idle a little aloud in case she asks for anything else, but she remains silent, and so you drift back into the tunnel through that of the other sleeper, and where they ended up weighs on your mind. That's what we needed. We really needed that. Okay, we got medicine. Need to harvest a little more of that motherfucking flotilla food. Okay. You're leaning against the metal crates you just loaded up in the algae packed and dried into bright ring pucks. Ash hops onto one side. You flexes her aching back. Is this enough? Ash looks at you as if you were interrupting her train of thought. It looks like you have become familiar with. It doesn't matter either way. This is what we've got, she sighs, rubbing her back of her neck. In the past cycles working the algae stack with Ash, you've had a little insight into her mind. She rarely seems happy to start a conversation, but is always eager to end one. Despite this, you feel like something has grown between you, something like a silent trust, this kind of that tends to seed itself into the fertile soil of hard but necessary work. Concerned? She laughs. You could say that, she turns to your face. I think I'd be stupid not to be concerned about all this. She's right, of course. Though it's hard to focus your concerns on one thing in particular. Can the refugees survive in the flotilla? What are Haven Age doing to help them? If the quarantine is lifted, is the eye really in danger? Each worry is far too large to even begin to process to judge, and they mesh with other more personal worries until you feel the anxiety grow in your chest. You look at Ash and suddenly eager to speak, to talk about something, anything, rather than just sitting and feeling this growing weight. Why the flotilla? She pauses, her protective instincts fighting with the trust you've built. You can see her begin to shrug off the question of it, then she stops, rethinks, and sighs. What you need to understand, Sleeper, is that Erlin's Eye wasn't the only place where the Solheim collapse started. Sure, Hawthorne, where we grew up, was an XPR installation, but I didn't screen it from the Solheim going under. Actually, Solheim was the only reason XPR were even here. She pauses, hesitant to get into the whole story, but wanted to offer something. She flinches, correcting herself. They are a service corporation, you understand. They set out outposts and surrogate systems like this to offer refueling, logistics, and maintenance services to bigger companies with extraction contracts. She gestures to the eye around her, like Solheim. When Solheim went bust, XPR lost their client. Hawthorne, well, we lost everything. We became an outpost tasked with just holding on, keeping the refueling platforms running, they said. Keep the outpost stable. Hold on to our claim, she rubs her head, as if her calling is somehow physically painful. Do you know what it's like to spend your entire life in a place with no future, a place that exists only to hold a legal claim to a piece of territory to shore up breach of contract negotiations between two corporations? It's like living in a, she searches for the word, her eyes jumping back and forth, in a grave, she clenches her hands. So if you're looking for an answer to why questions, that's your answer. We Peck and I know what it's like to be forgotten, to be locked out. She stares hard at the side of the stack, that algae whirling against the glass in beautiful patterns, and she doesn't look away. The silence extends, and you realize the conversation is over. Ash seems angry, not at you, but at herself for even voicing such ideas. After a while, you stand and start to load the crates onto a powered cargo trolley that Ash will be running back to the Brer. As you do, you try to catch her eye, but she avoids it, soothing herself instead of the comforting simplicity of physical work. Words. And we got an upgrade available, because I'm so cool. Oh, no, sorry, I'm broke as fuck. Okay, we need to get some food. Steal the harvest? We still need the water. When you complete active scenes, what the fuck does that mean? I must have missed something. What here? Lim and Mina. There's a crowd, but you spot Lim and Mina immediately as you enter the dock. They're anchored, and everyone else, along with the viewing platform, watches the final stages of the side hole loading prepared. Oh, wait. Something stops you from calling out from Lim. Maybe guilt or fear. You just need to take a little longer moment before you world changes once more. A decision was made, you reasoned, and there's no point in rethinking it again and again. All you can do is move forward in the cycle there until so many cycles pass, you forget it was ever there. Something draws Lim's attention. He turns and looks nervously through the faces in the crowds, looking for someone. Then he spots you, and a weak smile passes across his face. You move up and join him on the platform. We decided to come watch in the end. He nods at sleepy-looking Mina, whose bright eyes are locked in the yellow hull of the side rail horizon. Meanie wouldn't let me stay away. I'm sorry, Lim. Lim laughs weakly. What are you have to be sorry for, Sleeper? As far as I know, Cinder Celeste doesn't answer to you, and you three watch the ship for a while, and it is the same hushed state as most of the crowd. All the anger seems to have faded out of those who didn't make the crew, perhaps down to the low end. The timbre is full of angry workers drunkenly denouncing sailors, but up in the atmosphere is reflected somewhere between a funeral and a ritual. You seem to have a lot more on your mind, friend. Lim puts a hand on your shoulder. Want to tell me what's been bothering you? I'm worried about you. Us! He reflexively strokes me and said, don't worry about us. He turns away from the ship. If you think this is the worst we've been through, then you're wrong. Lim puts Mina down beside him. She kicks off, gliding into the viewing window, and presses her nose against it. You know, there's been plenty of cycles where I thought Mina would be better off without me. Who am I to decide her life or to drag her through? He gestures around the eye. All this. But when I see her smiling, I see her dealing with things, making fun of out of nothing. It reminds me that she's the one dragging me through. This is her world now, and who am I to decide it isn't good enough for her? You ever hear of a three-body problem? Yes, I have. Right. So you have all these three bodies moving in space, affecting each other, and results can't be predicted. Lim starts trying to demonstrate with her hands, wheeling them around as he speaks. That's how I see us. Me, Mina, and well, you know. We're all bodies in space, and we can't see how that's going to work out for us, but the important thing is that we're all affecting each other, right? It's not just one of us calling the shots, making decisions, shaping the others. Each one is equal pushing and pulls and is being pushed and pulled in turn. And maybe there are other bodies too, right? The Eye, Esther, a few units down, other kids, other systems, hell, the whole solar system itself. And some of the bodies have bigger forces, bigger effects, but none of them, not one, can totally dictate the movement of the others. So the whole thing keeps spinning and going in the middle of the 3, and everything we do has an effect, a real effect in the system on each other. Maybe if we move together, push together, hell, maybe the effect can grow. Maybe chaos can help us. He stops suddenly, noticing how rapid his speech has become. He drops his hands to his sides. Well, that's it. He laughs. I understand. Lim nods and turns back to his Mina, the docking clamps released from the side rail horizon. A tremor goes through the watching crowd, but no one speaks. Mina, suddenly scared, kicks off from the window and glides back into your arms. She settles there, the lack of gravity meaning you can't feel her weight, only the grip of her small hands on your clothes. Then the side rail horizon leaves, the spectacle of a vast machine doing the job it was built to do, hypnotizing half the crowd into a stunning silence. But despite the scale of the endeavor, you and your part in it, you can't feel proud or even impressed. What you see instead, as Mina clings onto you for comfort, is that same system Lim just described to you. In it, the side rail and the Celestis Foundation are as vast as the sun around which millions of other bodies orbit. Their scale is terrifying, and the breadth of their influence impossible to conceive. Yet here, in this small nestled system of Lim and Mina and you and the Eye, its orbits and transits and the people that are linked to it, those vast forces can be countered. They shift you, yes, and the people around you, but they do not negate the pull of friendship, the orbits of community. As the side rail moves away from the dock, you think of the bodies on it, those thousands of cryo sleepers that, like the person you once were giving themselves over to a system. You imagine each of them has their reasons, their dreams, their fears, but you worry for them. You worry that they have shackled themselves to something so much bigger than themselves that it would crush them with a thought. The thought makes you bring Mina closer, holding her too, and as you do, Lim pulls an arm around you both. And you stand there together like that for a while until the bright spots of the side rail horizon drives have faded into the dark, and it's time to go home. Oh, wait, that's the end of the game? Don't I have other stuff to do? A strange choice. Castor stands beside you at the side rail, watching the pinpricks of light from the side rail appear. But perhaps not unexpected. You turn to look, and Castor is beaming you with an unsettled warmth. What you want? Castor rolls his eyes. Please, sleeper, we know each other by now. I only wish for you to exercise that strong drive of yours. It happens to align with mine, with my own, then it's pleasing to me. But if it is not, I cannot punish you. What about the side rail? Castor looks down the stairs. I'll do my best to follow its progress. He pauses. Celis itself is of more concern. Since Celis has taken a step back from the public eye, it seems some internal struggles are playing out within the pristine halls. Castor sighs. But I doubt core politics are the much concern to you. Castor moves down the rail. The Eye, though, that seems to be your primary concern, am I right? It's my home. He smiles broadly. Then we are fellow residents, he seems pleased. This place has been good home for me. Though, like all places, it has its phases. Do not idle here too long, sleeper, unless you wish to be once again caught in the movement of a system much bigger than yourself. Castor turns and starts to clunk away into his mag boots. I will keep an eye on you if you don't mind, sleeper. He waves as he walks. My curiosity remains piqued. He leaves you. Once he leaves you, you stay a little longer in the rails watching the stars, thinking about the people on the side rail horizon drifting towards an unknown future. Dear God. So I guess the game could have ended right there. Maybe I should have focused on that, get the game done. Oh well. Really now. I'm trying to read a little quicker so we can get some shit done. A rapid burst of movement catches your attention, and a drone is fin adjusting, hovering in place, floating in the corridor. I walk away. You turn and walk away from the drone falls, keeping yourself at arm's reach. The drone buzzes closer and the voice gurgles out of the speaker. Sleeper, come to Corden. We need to speak. Who is this? The drone clicks and whirls and the recording starts playing again. Sleeper, come to the Corden. We need to speak. I'll walk away. So how do those measures and rotate slowly? You start to disappear in the... Yeah. The Corden. Yeah, I ain't doing that. You can't make me. You can't make me do it. Oh, there's just so much reading, please. Touch and insert. Okay, Ash is standing there. I'll stay silent. It's the initiative starts moving. Taking this out of the trolley flickers. I'm gonna stay silent. I'm good from here. Head back. Okay, thank God. I don't need to hear every... Okay, we got supplies. That's Gucci. Do you have nothing I want? You know, it's really weird. I did this whole hacking thing, and it has not come up enough for me to be like, wow. Well, fuck me. Three days. Not looking great. All my fucking energy, Jesus Christ. Oh, I have to stay over? Ugh. Alright, what do you want? As you enter the passage that leads to the corridor, flash the drone. Stops to make sure you've seen it. Climb in the dark. Strap drone. You follow it. According to this vast range of refugees. Drone again. It's a Helen. Hello, Helen. A woman is standing in the window and you're surprised at the edge of your vision. You aren't surprised you didn't notice her. She seems too impossibly small. In the shadow of the flotilla of the drone. Sleeper, sorry for all the cloak and daggers nonsense. She nods at the drone, but I have never regretted being cautious. She smiles and is okay. Check her in. Hello, Helen. She says, look, she glances around, empty off your deck. Let's be straight with each other. I know about your plans, and I understand your motives. You look at her in her overalls, the yellow markers, the HA signals. You've been on the island long enough to recognize the Haven Guard. Yeah, you're Haven Guard. Yes, I mean, hope you won't hold that against me. This entire situation, I'm not here to defend it. No one is happy about it. Especially not the refugees. I'm not your enemy here, no matter what you think. Sleeper, tell me something. What does Haven Age mean to you? Hardenhurst. How do you know Harden? She squints at you. You're an interesting Sleeper, though. You should know Harden is the worst of us. Haven Age is used to being criticized in some way. We invite it. Our members are free to bring up grievances at any meeting to propose new structures and approaches. As a counselor, it is my duty to listen to them. This is why I elected to be a member. We are an imperfect system, yes, and each counselor, each member, each representative can be flawed and worse looks down, but we keep running this place, and that's what we do. And the flotilla? Flotilla is a problem. Can the Eye take in thousands of refugees safely? I don't know. This place is in ruin. This place is a ruin, Sleeper. What do you think the council discusses the price of Griola? We keep We keep plans to keep this place spinning to keep life support working to ensure. Yeah. Sleeper, I didn't bring you out here to explain how Haven Age works. I came to talk to you about your plan to cross the Gordon breach, the quarantine, and supply the flotilla. She looks away. How do you know? I'm making my job to know what happens here. I know you think you can help the flotilla, but you can't do this. No. Right now, halfway around along the ring, one of the countless series of debates are being held. These debates are to evaluate the potential harm that can be caused if the refugees of the flotilla are left in dangerous station. These debates are at a standstill Too many in the Haven Garage think the flotilla is a threat. After recent events, that hardline group has emerged. Protective, selfish, they seek only to benefit the members in the eye. The flotilla is a danger to the life in the eye. If you were caught crossing the cordon and breaching quarantine, it would only strengthen the hardline counselor's case. And criminals who stole a ship from XPR undermining the security of the station, exactly what they want. The refugees need supplies. They do, and that's exactly what I want to give them. But unless the quarantine is lifted through a fair process, then they'll never get them. And those ex-XPR spacers you're running with, Sleeper, you don't know anything about them. Do you know anything about them? Nope. Why do you think the refugees flotilla came here? Something is happening in the system. Something is pushing people out of colonies and outposts that have survived since Solheim collapsed. We need to be ready for whatever's coming, ready to protect the Eye. I know the Eye means something to you. I know there's a reason why you're still here. Help me protect it. Helene fixes you with a strong look. Persuade those spacers that this is a wrong move and that they'll get caught and the flotilla will be locked down. The Haven Age will be delivered to those in the worst. The Haven Age will be delivered into those with the worst instincts. Forget this suicidal supply run with people you barely know. Help me fight for the Eye. Why don't you stop them? If I expose the plan, it's the same as if it goes ahead and they are caught. Every way I look at it, Eye looks compromised. The quarantine justified. The hardliners get their scapegoat. Don't offer up an excuse. The hardliners need to lock the flotilla out altogether. To persuade the members, they are the safest pair of hands. She looks at you imploringly. Please. You look back at her and the flotilla behind and sense a desperation in her plate. A notification breaks the silence. Shit. She rapidly scrolls through the pages of data. Sleeper, I need to go. She looks torn. Think about this, please. Talk to the spacers. Help them see reason. She quickly leaves the observation deck before you have any time to respond. You stay for a moment watching the lights and the tugs of the flotilla, and she wonders what it feels like to the ship. So close, just far from it. Then you console. Oh, yeah, shiver. I'm shivering. I mean, yeah, this isn't happening anyway. I am nowhere near enough stuff to get through this. You know what I mean? Like, we have, like, what, 3 days? Yeah, this ain't happening. Respectfully, this isn't happening. Yeah. Yeah. It's not gonna happen. Peak is waiting for you. It looks different, pale, drawn out. You need to come to the Brer. They don't need an eye. What's happened? Not here. Come to the ship. We'll be waiting. Too long. She's waiting for you in front. Sliced open the inside scanner across the top of the heavy jets. After your eyes, Helene's drone. Coming quick. Peak nudges you. Hey, we have to start being careful. Looks close to the container. Your eyes, the drone splayed on pieces. Some parts are hooked to the slate. Peak. We caught it buzzing around nearby, heading for the ship. She leans over and taps the HA. It's Vanguard spy. We think we got it before it could pick up data, but we can't be sure. Have you noticed anyone watching? No, I have not. He goes to tap the slate and put attention to record the drone. I don't like this thing sniffing around, Ash. If you see something like this, tell us immediately. We have to be on our toes now. Wait, Peak suddenly has that. I've got access. All the records of the drones have made. It seems like the drones cleared its cache every couple of cycles, but the recordings from... Yeah, they've seen us. Silence turns to the slate, looking at the screen. It's me! What is this, Sleeper? Have you understood nothing from what we've told you? She faces in front of Haven. Haven Age are not your friends. They are administrators, which means they are in interest of only their own power, their own survival, their own causes. They divide people as easily as sorting livestock. She wants to help. What helps Sleeper undo the mess of her own creation? She only wishes to placate you so you'll compromise. She's trying. Let me tell you something, Sleeper, Esh says, her rage hardening in pain. When people become administrators, they give up something. Some part of being human, being an equal among to go away. They start talking about the greater good of the systems. My mother was an administrator of Hawthorne. I had seen in her that noble higher calling. It sucks. People should never have the chance to decide the fate of others. That seems like an insane. Don't start, Peck. Don't ask me to be reasonable. Calm down. Thousands of people are desperate out there being reasonable, but then help. Helen can help. I'm done with this. You are risking the entire supply run just by just being here. She talks. Okay, get out. You have to understand this is personal for Ash. Helen warned me. Warned you about what? Getting caught will be bad. We shouldn't do the run. What do you expect? It's tired. That's the whole thing is closing in. The question is, where do you want to be when it all collapses? You look at Peak. And you know what, Sleeper? Peak drives this for it. Should we do this thing or not? No. I was worried you would say that. To be honest with you, Sleeper, I'm not sure how we got here. I mean, I know what we did, but it was the unit like the first trying to us. One moment we were escaping Hawthorne, and now we're here and I have no idea what's coming. But do you see her? They look back at you. She knows how we got here. She's driving this thing forward, and she saved my life. So if you answer no, I'm going to need you to stand back and get out of the way, because whatever she goes, I'll follow. I understand. Then help us, Sleeper. Finish this. I'm out. Then you're free to go. I will not be helping because that is insane. But I will give you a little scrap. I'll give you a little scrap. I will do what you choose to do with the scrap is on you. I'll give you a little treat. Begin sorting the piles. Any marks, anything fine. Use a reminder. Mark which is clear. So that catches your eye in the dark corner of black stack. Crazy, I haven't spotted before. I'll investigate it. You take a point away. Textures. So it's something inside this case. Explosive contents. That's about the crates. Just more supply, Sleeper, like everything else here. You can't think of anything else to ask, but since the atmosphere is somehow shifted, you quickly finish up your story? Yep. She got explosives in there. Not nice. You're just gonna blow up stuff, and then they're gonna get exactly what they're looking for, and then that's literally nothing changes. All the same that is the same. That's nice. Nice. Save a little money. Yeah, I mean, like, this is pretty much, I think I've just, like, hit, like, the end loop, right? They're gonna blow themselves up, it's gonna be really sad, and then everything's gonna be really, really sad. And that's it. Because I refuse to help terrorists. I wish I could just toss 3 of these suckers in. Let me toss 3 of these suckers in. Yeah, there was no making this work. With the amount of time we had left. I had too much other shit going on. I should have waited for the end game if I really wanted to do it. But even, it's like, nah, it's not really a great idea. Not in my mind, at least. I mean, now I'm practically fucking rich. I did fuck up this quest line, and I was a little upset about that. But, yeah, whatever. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? I got all their humanitarian stuff together, but they're gonna blow up. Like, this is not the way to do it. I mean, you collected this stuff. I would just be like, can we please deliver this shit? Can we get, like, a little quarantine delivery, you know? That, to me, seems like the ethical way of handling stuff. I don't want to steal. I'm staying in the commune forever. It's so funny. It's like, oh no. I wish I could help there. What I can do with that one. I'm in a weird spot. Just like nothing to do. It's weird because like low end. Is there anything in the low end I can do? I guess I could just... How no one knows me here after all this time, who knows? But we'll just, Oh my god, this is where... Are you kidding me? I've just been avoiding this whole time? Oops. It's our buddy. I can't believe you're still here. Pong, you're still alive! Harness your hardware. What's going on? This is the first thing that's been pretty sure I'm just jumping off the rim of the eye. Look at you. So you ran to Harden. Was he pissed? Yeah. I'll do a good go. You work here? 100 minutes, they're line. Oh, wait. 2 minutes. Ooh. Remember the web connections from Harden? There's a couple of them I suspect in low end. Well, I'll mark them. What? What am I getting into? Yeah, whatever. It's like I'm just doing this. It's very interesting that there's just so much shit, and then Caster's over here. Sleeper, let's do standing. He's rattling. I honestly, like... What does he need? Like, I feel like I'm not pushing this storyline for it because I just don't care. He's here. I got one. Here we go. And you can have this. You need this? Oh, it's different. Like, is there a hard end to this game or a soft? Like, I don't really... Like, I was interested in this slot in the first 2 episodes and kind of getting through it and reading it, but I'm just like, it's starting to kind of like, it's starting to weigh on me. You smile, different. Oh boy. Oh boy. All right, we get there. Helen, stop wasting my time. We need to stop her now. Helen looks haired and tired as she pleads with Peak. The moment she is caught, it's too late. The hardline counselors will get an excuse to lock this place down. No, I'm not concerned. I won't give her up, no matter what you say. Sleeper. Go to Helene. She's going for it. Sleeper, the ship is gone. Helen glances at Peak nervously. And she won't tell me anything. I found them up here watching. This is bad, Sleeper. When they are caught, the hardliners will not miss the opportunity to consolidate their power. This childish crusade will only bring more harm. If that's true, it will only be because your own council is corrupt in this decrepit institution. You should deal with your own organization before casting blame on me. This is what I'm trying to do. I do not have absolute power. I cannot change the entire system, but you and your friend would hand it to the worst possible people. I'm going to support Helen on this one. Helen's right. The impact of this cannot be ignored. Otherwise, we're risking Haven Age towards its worst actors in order to make the single supply run. Which we considered a bigger picture. When you try to pick, this isn't about estimating right. It's about the bigger system that could shift because of her actions. It looks exhausted. There's nothing I can do. Maybe you were right. I don't know anymore, and I don't care. I will never be like you. I never wish to hold power in my hand for any purpose. Perhaps that makes me a coward, but I know that I already am. I ran away from my family and the people that needed me. I stole from them, and I would do it again. I will not look back, and I will not make me feel guilty of my choices. Helene looks into the two of you, so be it. She opens her mouth to speak and then closes it. Sleeper, you better hope your friends were well prepared. Then she leaves, already flicking through data sets and sites she does. I know you think you're being balanced, Sleeper, but I can't be like you. I follow my heart. Ash is out there, risking everything she has. Peek is next to you, heart in her mouth, as the people care about. It's too late to stop this now, but it isn't too late to be your friends. There she is. Peek says suddenly avoided. You spot the climbing Briar, a glint blue and white, tiny and alone, arcing down towards the red light corridor. She's exposed. Peck says nervously they will see her coming. If they look, you watch the cordon and the buzzing tugs of any signs of movement responses. I'm really excited. Those 2 tugs are heading to cut her off. Look at the rail go, Ash. As if responding to Peak's urging, the Briar speeds up, driving from the cordon's edge now like a hawk descending. You tense up. And Peck grips the rail as the Briar races towards the edge of the cordon. That invisible net of sensors splaying between ships and drones. Can she pass through? The response is immediate. The moment the Briar hits the nets of sensors, the entire cordon reacts, sequencing of blinking lights cascade out from the ship's position in red. The angry red of cordon multiplied many times over. Shit. Peak presses a hand against the window as they do, and the Briar accelerates, weaving dangerously towards the flotilla. You move closer into the window without looking, unable to take your eyes off the rapidly descending ship, spinning between the hull and the flotilla. A group of tugs now tracing its path in pursuit. Come on now, Ash. Peak is desperate. They're too fast. You watch in dismay as the tug swarms the Briar, their shunts locking onto the hull of the ship and holding it in place. The Briar is stuck. It drives unable to escape the tugs, especially close quarters of the flotilla. Pack is silent, and you watch as the Briar is dragged away towards the facility at the edge of the rim, a hole opening up in the pit of your stomach. You look at Peck, but they don't respond. They don't take their eyes off the Briar. Even after it disappears, they stand there at the glass, their eyes fixed on the flotilla. She didn't even get the supplies through. This was for nothing. I'm sorry. This was stupid, Sleeper. Stupid plan. I told you that. We had a ship and our freedom. Now what do we have? Peak slams a hand on the glass in frustration, making you jump. I won't be trapped again. I won't. They turn and rush out of the opposition deck before they caught you, saying leaving you alone in the cold night. Well, that's because you were being stupid. That's on you. That was dumb. At least it's 6 different directions. And now I gotta wait 2 days. Unbelievable. Yeah, I feel like with the choices that I made, it's pretty much just boop, kind of dunsy, all that stuff. It's very, there's, I mean, like, obviously there's a lot of different choices to be made in this game, but like, I mean, pretty much, I mean, I don't even know what else is left at this point to really worry about. Just kind of a whatever. The mushrooms are almost at least ready. That's nice. Yeah, there's like nothing else to really work on. Just kind of here with it. Make dinner. There we go. I'll take that. Thank you. All right. I'm sorry, Sleeper, but your friend must have known what the chances would happen. She's being held along with her ship. What now? I don't know, Sleeper, I don't know. Cordon security has your friend, and she and her ship will be held there until the quarantine is uplifted. As for the quarantine, we're working on it, but the council is unlikely to budge now and after this. This is the last thing I need. She was carrying weapons, did you know that? We found a crate of firearms on her. I didn't know. Well, it doesn't matter now. They're safely in Havenguard's hands, and the refugees. Nothing good, as you know. Cordon security and sent her to your friend before she can get these flies through. Since they are refugees, we cut off all communications. I'm worried, Sleeper, after what has happened in there, after the recent events. Cordon security, after keeping the place locked down, tired anyone can get in. Meanwhile, the hardline counselors were preaching in the chambers we speak. It's a deadlock. I don't know when it would loosen its grip. And the refugees suffer. Enough, Sleeper, my hands are tied. We still don't know why the flotilla came here and why they abandoned settlement and the outpost. I have to go. The debates will start soon. I have to be there. Yep. It isn't over. So this is like DLC story. I mean, like, I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm not really feeling like continuing on this little journal. It's like, fine. It's fine. So my current like little thing here is like the story's fine. I wish it was voice acted. I mean, like the reading thing, if I wasn't like streaming, it'd be like whatever. But like it's just like not. It's interesting. It's not the gameplay loop. As fun as it was at first, it's like it's kind of worn thin. It's not particularly like something I would necessarily have to finish to be content with. Because that's the thing. Like there's just nothing fucking happening day after day after day. Like there were like in the beginning there was plenty of stuff to do, but it seems like I'm pretty much just boxed in with this DLC stuff, and it's like it's interesting, but like feels a little drip feedy in the regards of like how it's getting the story to you. So it's a little slow. It would be interesting to see some of the, like, you know, if you had time, go through, get some of the storylines, beats, kind of. It's like, there's like there's still some stuff going on. I don't really see myself finishing any of that. Like, there's some, like... I don't know. I do not know. I do declare, Mr. Beauregard. 3? I don't got a fucking 3. What do I look like? Loser? It's weird because like there's just like not a lot of shit to do. So I don't really know how to interact with anything. It's like whatever. Fuck it, I guess I'll just fucking... I need fucking scrap. Unbelievable. Alright. Let's go for another fucking couple days. Fine. Whatever. I got days to kill. I might as well just fucking do something with them. Oh, fuck off. We'll do you. All right. Really good numbers. Throw a 6 in here just to... It's interesting because, like, you could have really finished the game really quickly. You could have just fucking left, right? You could have just fucking been out of here. And that seems like the quickest ending is like just leave. Who knows if that's like the quote unquote right call. Seems like a interesting choice to make so quickly. You. Yeah, I feel like I fucked up a couple different things with this. Here, spend a little time here. Give me a little energy. Got 2 water, so I work on this house. I already bought an apartment. How many fucking apartments do I need? I'm rich. That's what it is. Because I practically have the means to stay alive and housing. Like, technically, I've done what I needed. Then you have to screen it. Everything you float in silence suspended. You do not float, you were in silence. It's filled up. It's down. You cease to exist. Time passes. You do not feel in pants. It's silence. And it moves. Okay. Don't do that again. That was fucking rude. Before we do that, I'll get a little fungus. Thank you. Let's just work on the apartment. There's like no reason not to, I guess. Base, I got a house now. I'm feeding the strays. I'm feeding the cats. I'm feeding the dogs. Oh boy. I have a kitty cat. Kitty. Kitty, 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 kitty. There is no upgrades available. Fuck off. That is just... You're lying to me. Alright, Peck. I'm just gonna keep push forward. Sleeper. It's gone down. The bright. Calm down. It wasn't. Do you think there is a problem messed up? There was a wave. A wave? What do you mean? P. Oh my god. You're not gonna give me any information unless I got some scrap on me? Dog. Rude. Alright. We gotta keep pushing for answers here. Let's see if we can go buy some scrap. That might be the call. No. Oh, the ship got here. That's convenient. Just kind of showed up. They said, "All right, I'm here. I'm sorry." I'll buy one more for the hell of it, sure. All right, whatever. And without our energy, there ain't nothing happening there. Sleep time. Oh, awful dice. Oh boy. Hope you guys like rolling the dice. What do you mean in all the fucking cutscenes? There's nothing here. There's Peck. That was always risky for me more new. Flux event, that's what we're calling it. House Flotilla, surviving. Yeah, but what were you thinking, Brain? I was thinking the core wasn't going to be lifted after Jesus. Change that. Yeah, you brought weapons, so and Do. Not. Change for that a 6er. Okay. Two 5er. Ah, that might be a 6er if I roll it right. Right. Yeah, bypass. Do. Just looking for. I don't think I have any of that data. My mushroom's almost done. Yippee! Let's keep doing this, I guess. Okay, here's your stinky data. Now they're gonna talk about the flux event. I'm honestly just like kind of. I don't get it. Yeah, I think it was like resin for voucher. So they're doing their own thing. Fuck it, I'll sleep at their little hippie base for a day. Oh, I didn't mean to reroll. Oops. It's fine. I meant to hit the I button, but I'm stupid. Fuck me. Next node. 5 will do it. Let's do. All right, Sol. He's a refugee leader. Okay, cool. I'm gonna stay silent. It's nice to meet you. I did my best to. I still want to help. Whatever. Refugees. Let's not these people. You ever seen a refugee? Yes, I have. Thank you. refugee. Okay, well, I can help with that. Oh, there's just so much shit. Oh, dear God. It just never seems to fucking end with this game, dude. I have no capacity. Like, I thought we'd be done. I didn't realize the DLC was going to add this much shit. Okay, we're gonna have to. I think what we're gonna have to do, we're just gonna have to accept that we're not finishing the DLC. We're just gonna have to. We have to put our big boy pants on and just say it's not happening. Too much going on. Take this. Jesus. Leave me out of that shit. I'll even get a little more. That. This is not. Oh, God, fuck me. Like, there's just too much shit. Invest in turning your being right. It's just like this guy. This is just unbelievable. There's, like I don't know either of those. Shoot up, dog. We're good. Gotta check something real quick. Sorry. I'm starving. Starving. I can cook up some motherfucking mushrooms. Oh, anyway, so I need. Is this Yatagawa? Take a 3. All right. 2 or a 3. Fucking, I'll reroll. Five or 6. Here, I guess. I will not feed the stray. They're feeding the strays. They're feeding the dogs. All right, I need one more. I need more Yatagan. Avangard, baby. All right. Okay, what do you need, Chief? Data I don't own. It's just like, it just never fucking ends, does it? Let's go to the port. Got 2 of these guys. Fungus. Two spores. Oh, 1 spore. 2 spores. It's interesting because like, it's just like, you just gotta do this every fucking day. Yeah, that's all extra data that I didn't really need. I'm a little confused. Because there's, like, nothing fucking happening. At least in the main, like, obviously, like, the stuff at the end with the refugee stuff, yeah, that's there, but, like... cares. That's like DLC added stuff, and it's like there's like 3 chapters of that shit, and there's just no way we're finishing that in a day. But I was hoping that like we could at least get some of this other stuff done, but it seems like... I just don't foresee this getting me any more data of any kind that I'm needing. Because, like, this is... the low-end agents? I don't know where else to look. Good here. Haven Guard, sure, why not? Oh. Do. Uh-huh. There's just no way you want even more. Good God. I already got them all. Yeah. There. Yeah, maybe it's for the best that we don't continue pushing this. Good God. I think they're trying to kill me. There's so much shit going on. Oh, that's kind of cool. Not that I need it. Again, I think we're done. I don't think there's much more we really want to push forward. We kind of like... The story is just kind of there. It's not like exactly drawing me in by any means anymore. Kind of got the gist of what's going on. And it seems like this is all just like repeatable shit. Doesn't actually have like anything extra to do. It's like it's not pushing anything forward there. These are already done. I'm not seeing like anything else major being pushed forward. I didn't know you could go backwards on that. That's awesome. Yeah, I think we're done with this game. I don't really see anything else being presented here that we have to see. Like, nothing new is popping up. Nothing... Go for a little longer, I guess. Like, just like nothing's happening. These seem to be repeatable things that don't really push you towards anything in particular. And then all the stuff down here is like the quote-unquote DLC stuff, so there's like no reason to be pushing it right now. I mean, I don't mind doing a couple of these real quick, I guess. But I mean, we can go for like another 20 minutes or something. But it's like, just seems a little strange that Hmm. I'm curious if I push any more of this chapter, how much more is going to change here, or if this is really just kind of it out of it. Oh, fuck you. Alright, how fast can I click through this? Let's go. Yep, read that at home. All that right there. Yeah, I didn't expect that, did you? Alright, are we almost... I'm just trying to get through this shit. Come on. Peter? Something different refugee groups. Wah. Okay, whatever. We got a little time. Let's go buy some parts, I guess. We got money. If this guy's back, which it looks like it is not... I think I can buy one for pretty cheap, actually, if I just need to buy one right out. Which I can't do. I want to do that. 240. Yeah, fuck it, we'll just buy it. Doesn't fucking matter. It's all the same. It's all the same. Oh shit, I actually need some seed for that guy, and then I'm doing work over here, I guess. Hold that thought, Chief. I gotta get some more spore. Okay, I'll just go kill myself. Sure, why not? Oh. Alright, how fast can I click through this one? Ready, set, go. Ugh. Is that complete? Yes. We're almost there. Alright, how fast can I click through? Are you kidding me? People are so needy. Alright, I think if we pop all these, we should be good. Alright, how fast can we click through this one? All I know is happening is that there's these people, they need a little help. They all cried a little bit, they all said... And we gotta do... There's like a third part to the story. Oh my god. It's just not interesting. It's just... I think we just ended here. I think during this entire time, nothing else has popped up in terms of, like, progressing the other storylines. Like, there's been no other hackables, no other things. I assume that the other things are just done. Just nothing else to work on. Fuck it, I'll steal a shipment. Why not? But, like, there's, like... Nothing is progressing any further? Nothing is, like... Oh, on this side, at least. Nothing is opened up. It's like I've done all the questy stuff over here, and there's, like, nothing else going on. It's a little sad. How much do you get for that? Just curious. Wow, that's really not worth it. But yeah, it's just like none of that's popped. Like I've tried tracking it. It's on the track. Oh, he did say the monk's delivery, didn't he? Fuck. That's me forgetting what he talked about. Oops. See if we can just quickly rush through this and get it knocked out. Hold your horses, I'm busy. Get wormed, idiot. Did everything I can. I also need to mushroom up a little bit, I think. Just quickly. I like how I'm still pushing this like I give a fuck. It's really great. It's definitely very helpful. Okay. What we got here? We got like 6. Yeah, no, we're not doing that. You know, this game, though, technically very interesting. In terms of like, I do like a good little spacey thing going on and all that good shit, and you know, there's other endings and whatnot and blah blah blah. You know, there's all this stuff you could be doing. I don't care. I think the gameplay loop, like it's interesting because it's just a story-based game and there's like a little bit of strategy, but it's like not enough to quite. I wouldn't really call it a game. It really is just like kind of reading a book, and at that point, I'd rather just read a book. So I'm sorry for the anticlimactic ending to this, but it just kind of like between only having like 2 days to finish this and like the gameplay not, it's fine. It's cool. It was interesting at first, but it needs like a little bit more like a mini game system or something that like kind of actually like push the gameplay elements, because like it's really at a certain point just very much like just click and read and click and read and click and read, and it doesn't have much more past that like in this in-game kind of area, because I'm literally just like I don't have to worry about surviving. I don't have to worry about, I'm just like pushing the story forward, and at that point it's not really much of a game than it is just a novel. But we'll come back on Wednesday. We'll definitely be picking up something else to do. So don't worry about that. And until then, just want to say thank you all for watching. And, you know, see you in the next series.